The game between our leader Gukesh and Hikaru Nakamura ended in a draw. Very important result for the overall standings, but as of now, we cannot yet say if Gukesh will be the overall winner or not, because Fabiano Caruana is still playing against Jan Nepomniachtchi, and Fabiano is pressing. So there might be a tiebreak tomorrow. Gukesh, how do you feel at this moment? You made your job good today, you made a draw, but still nothing is over.
Yeah, yeah, it depends on the other game. So, but okay, I played a decent game. But I think it's fine.
Can you take us a little bit through the game, because it was it seems like you had actually you were in a must-win situation, but it seems like
but
you
I mean,
didn't
first
manage
of all, I mean, I confused the move order. I think I should have castled first instead of playing knight c3 here. But I think it was all kind of normal. But then, no, I mean, this is a critical moment here after cd4. I probably should have played rook d1, but I also thought d3, queen c7 was too flat. I just didn't think it was much for me. Maybe it's fine, but this was one of the reasons. I mean, because after b4, I mean, it's probably okay for me, but I'm always a little bit worse, I think. I mean, maybe I'm not even worse, but I mean, the chances to win or create an imbalance are very, very low after this b4 move.
Before was the move actually praised by Magnus Carlsen in his
no,
commentary.
of course. I mean, after b4, I mean, it's okay. I maybe got some small hopes later, but I think rook d1's the only try here. And then maybe it's a game still, maybe. I don't know what you were going to play after rook d1, but.
Rook d1, I thought even just bishop b7.
Yeah, and now I can take. That's the point, because now you don't have b4, I don't think.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was also considering d3, but I was not sure of take queen c on e4.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I think this is the only move. I mean, I think basically the result is never in doubt after b4. Yeah, this was the only question, maybe.
Maybe I can also knight c6, you go e d4.
Yeah. I mean, I always intend to take. That's the point with d5. I mean, it's very. But to be honest, even this maybe is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't even special for white. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge. I don't know. I mean, this one maybe there's knight d4 or knight e5 or something, but I mean, I have to play rook d1. I mean, once I allow b4, I mean, I'm probably not worse again, but it's what am I doing basically? And
maybe later instead of trading the queens, I could have.
Yeah, I mean, here though, I also could have. I mean, I also wasn't sure whether I should go crazy and play takes and go for something insane. I mean, this is the other problem with the situation. It's very hard to judge because, I mean, I can play like this, takes bishop b1, g6, takes. I think rook a7, and just kind of try to play for some rook a3, some very speculative stuff that probably is no good. But again, I think probably I just lose most of the time when I do this. I mean, it's very hard to play like this. I mean. Like, yeah, it's. I mean, I also saw something like this, and maybe queen b2. This one also is maybe possible, but even this, it's so hard to judge. Like bishop d7, knight e5. I mean, what do you think about this position? I mean, this one.
No, I think Gukesh is all in the game of Fabiano, right? No, but like this
position, I mean, this is probably the other one I can go for. But it's so hard to believe. I mean, like some rook e1 or rook a3. I mean. It's so hard to believe that this is anything, but maybe I should play this. No, here I have queen c2, yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably I should do this since it's a must-win, but it's also very hard because I assume that with correct play, black is just going to end up a pawn, like some knight d7. I mean, it's really hard to judge here whether I should play this, but I assume with perfect play, black is better, basically. So then I don't do this, and then, I mean, it's just like garbage, I think. No, I mean, of course, the thing is I probably should have gone knight e4, but of course it's just knight f6 back. I mean, at the very least, not the only one, but even just knight f6. And I mean, yeah, later I got some small prayers, but I mean, it was never much.
Yeah, in the end, was there any chance for black to press for more? Like it's a pawn, but the drawing tendencies are.
Well, but this is what I was doing. But this is why I allowed the whole thing because I figured here I was trying to be very clever, and I was hoping that he would play some queen h4 or queen f4 and try to win. Because I don't know if it works or not, but I figure, I mean, at least if it doesn't win, then maybe there's some chances.
I was calculating queen f4 quite a bit, but I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, queen f4 and then just g3, yeah.
Queen e5.
Yeah, like this. And
queen
I
f5,
mean, yeah, just queen a5.
Knight g4, queen d2.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And if I go...
Yeah, like queen h5.
Yeah, queen h5, just h4.
Yeah. No, I mean,
and if I go queen e5, you have queen f4. So.
What's that?
And if I go queen e5 here? No, in the last position. After h4.
Yeah. You mean after h4, queen e5? Yeah, queen f4, exactly, right. Yeah.
I was trying to make this work, but yeah, I
No,
didn't
I mean
see
this is what I was hoping for when I played this whole queen b7. Because I mean I think already here I should probably play queen e2 and just take the worst position. But I was trying to get you to play for more. But yeah, I mean at this point, I mean I think it's always should be a draw. And then of course, I mean I decided not to take the draw, obviously.
maybe
which is
without
funny.
the a pawns, it's a bit easier to press. Yeah.
Yeah, without the a pawn. Well, that's why I think I played the wrong order. Because I think right here, maybe if you're in time with bishop c5, maybe here. No, I have bishop a6. Rook
Also, rook
c7.
d3. What do I do?
Rook d3, right? Yeah, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just nothing then. Okay, yeah, then it's complete nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's very hard for black to press, and I think what Gukesh did was completely correct the night before, and then of course I decided not to make the draw, which was, I mean, of course I should just trade everything off in opposite colored bishops, but I mean, yeah, the game goes on forever, but I mean, the result was always going to be a draw.
Actually,
So
later there was an interesting moment. Right?
which moment?
After the time control, I think 41st minute.
Right here. Yeah, you had bishop f8 actually,
Yeah,
which I
bishop
missed. I
f8,
missed
yeah.
this actually. Yeah. I
But
missed
I
this
think
completely.
even rook c7, rook c6, just a draw.
Yeah, I mean, even this should still be a draw. It's hard to believe because rook a2, rook c2. Of course.
But maybe rook d4.
d4, yeah, and bishop c4.
Okay, yeah, I can do
Yeah, I
anything.
mean-
Should be 6 h4 even.
Yeah, always should be a draw. I mean, yeah, you can argue who's trying, but yeah, I mean, okay. I think basically the result was never in doubt after b4. I think b4 was a very very good move.
Hikaru, how do you assess your tournament
Yeah,
now
I
that it's
mean-
over? Yeah.
I mean, obviously, today was a disappointment. From the standpoint, I didn't get any real chances, I guess you could say. But, you know, sometimes your opponent plays good chess. And when your opponent plays good chess, you don't always get opportunities. You know, I mean, I think I'm maybe disappointed with the game today from that standpoint that I never had a chance to try and press and get an advantage. But overall, you know, I'm pretty happy with my play, so it's not that big of a deal.
Gukesh, and now of course we're all waiting for the result of the remaining game, Karan against Nepomniachtchi.
Can we go there?
We cannot really go there at the moment, but just I want to ask you what you're gonna do right now. Like, will you stay here and wait for this game to finish? Will you go to the hotel? What is your plan just for the next maybe 2 hours?
Not sure. Yeah, I have to see. Yeah, I mean, what happens.
Stay here and wait for the result, right? Do you have some questions from the journalists right now in this very, very intense moment? Yes, please.
This is a question to Gukesh. How tough was the decision to exchange the queen? Because we were seeing in the video feed that you were constantly looking at Nepo's game. So
Yeah, I mean, I thought Fabi had some chances, but okay, simply I couldn't see anything better. I mean, I was trying to make some queen f4's work, but yeah, I just couldn't see anything better. And ideally, I would have liked to press a bit more, but yeah, I guess maybe I miscalculated something, but whatever I calculated, I didn't see anything better.
Do we have more questions? Yes, please.
Yeah, my question is to Hikaru. When you got to know that Gukesh won yesterday and it's a must win for you, how did you decide what to go for in the opening? Could you take us through that process, if possible?
Well, I mean, I think it's fairly telling that both Fabiano and I played d4 today. Yeah, I thought it was better to play something different than play something I'd played the whole tournament. I think across the board, everybody's been very well prepared. I mean, we've seen many surprises, especially in Spanish. I played some surprises. Gukesh did against Nepo, for example. So I just wanted to play something different. And I mean, I mixed up a move order early, but still, like, I think, yeah, it just wasn't meant to be.
Or this game is very reminiscent of your round 14 against Ding, where he also played an innocuous position and tried to keep as many pieces on the board as possible. Do you have any thoughts on this comparison or the approach that both of you took in a critical round 14?
Well, I mean, I think, as I said before with like Fabiano's game as well, I mean, you just try to keep the pieces on the board. And I would say in this modern age, it seems a little bit easier to do that in d4 or c4 than it does in e4 on move number one. So, Yeah, I mean, I just tried to keep pieces on the board. The problem was there was this b4 move. Without b4, I think it would have been a very interesting game. But credit goes, of course, to Gukesh for finding b4, and that's sometimes you just don't get anything. You obviously always want to have some chances, but it's not always meant to be, and that's kind of just how it goes. So I'm not super disappointed by it.
Do you have any more questions? Okay, one more question. Great.
Hikaru, was it on your mind also to play safe in order at least not to waste the chances of your fellow?
Well,
That-
I mean, that
was there any-
that was never part of it, I guess you could say. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I know there are people who think that basically I control everything. I could also lose this game today and ensure that there's a winner, but in general, just talking broadly, I tend to believe that life or karma or these sorts of things they matter, and going out of your way to intentionally do certain things, I think is not right, and I think it'll come back at some point, whether it's this life, another life, whatever it is. And so when people wonder if I whether I would do anything weird, that was never on my mind. So yeah, I wasn't really playing safe to try and give Fabian a chance. I was just trying to play a game. And I mean, the position, I would say, was never a situation where I had many chances. It was very, very dry for most of the game. So the game sort of played itself.
Can somebody tell us the evaluation of the position of Fabi at the moment? +5. Well, so the tie break is very probable, it seems. Gukesh, how do you assess your chances on a tie break?
Well, let's see. I mean, the game is still going
+5.
on. So.
It's they just moved to now it's +2.5. Wow. Yeah, it's really jumping. It's really jumping. Will you have some assume there is a tie break? Will you have any special preparation for that?
I mean, I don't want to say anything before it happens, so let it happen and then we'll see.
Okay. Well, do we have any more questions? Well, and if not, then let's wait for this last game to finish. Everything is at stake, and we'll see if we are here tomorrow or not. Thank you.